Alrighty, so do you really need a VPN when trying to torrent something? The short answer is no, you don't need a VPN to effectively torrent anything. But first of all, a lot of people use one with good reason. And secondly, once I tell you, you're also going to want a VPN. So the issue with torrenting is that anyone downloading the same torrent as you is going to be able to see your info, like stuff you wouldn't want people to know, like your IP address, your port, the country and region of the IP address, stuff like that. So all this information is visible when you're downloading a torrent that others are downloading as well. And this is because torrenting is a peer-to-peer activity. So you're going to be connected to everybody else that's downloading the same torrent, making it quite risky because you don't know who's out there. But you can easily secure yourself with something like a VPN, which will hide your IP address and secure your info by masking it. There are also boatloads of pop-ups and ads full of malware that present themselves in the torrenting world. That's usually why you have to jump through so many hoops to get to the actual torrent. But by then, it's possible to have inadvertently clicked on something you shouldn't have, etc. Not all VPNs are the same, but whichever one you go for should have its fastest protocol activated, as well as its kill switch. So the protocol will help boost your speed so you don't have any buffering issues, and the kill switch will make sure that you're only connected to the VPN while you're secured by the VPN tunnel. Otherwise, the VPN will disconnect your internet connection. So what's great about these three VPNs in particular, NordVPN, ExpressVPN, and Surfshark, is that they all have those essential protocols. Not to mention they all have some sort of ad blocker. It's called Threat Protection with Nord, Threat Manager with Express, and Clean Web with Surfshark. And these are going to make your hunt for torrents that much less annoying and confusing, considering they'll help you repel most of the pop-ups or ads or malware that you'd normally come across when trying to torrent. They're not only very popular, but they have really good policies around not logging your info. And they're also perfect for torrenting and streaming whatever you're into one way or another without putting a cap on like the amount of gigs you can download or throttling your speed either, meaning that with a VPN, torrenting can actually become smoother. Split tunneling is another feature that I think you should know what it does. So let's say you only want to use your VPN for certain applications and not all of them, like Qubit torrent, for example. So let's just hit OK. As you can see here, it says only allow selected apps to use a VPN. So while the rest of your connection is left outside the VPN tunnel or the other way around. So it's a very useful feature if you don't want the rest of your sites or apps thinking you're someone else with a different IP address or out of the country or something. I would say it's a tie for strongest VPN between Express and Nord. Express is a very popular and incredibly secure VPN that's fast and it keeps your speeds fast and is consistent. And they really pride themselves in their security since they get audited all the time and have even been the victims of a server seizure by the government of Turkey, which that situation itself proved they don't collect or track the data of their users. NordVPN is also fast and actually sometimes faster than Express with the NordLynx protocol on. And because Nord has a load of features, it can definitely carry its weight against Express, who has decided to keep their feature set kind of more on the limited side. But features alone don't make a VPN better. Its performance does. So maybe Surfshark isn't as fast as the other two, but if you want the cheapest one out of these three that still has all the basics to protect you while torrenting, it's also a good choice. But when it all comes down to it, the focus is about the ability of these three to let you torrent freely without others seeing your IP address or your info. VPNs can claim all sorts of things, but these three I've specifically chosen because they pass their audits, which test whether or not there are any security breaches or info leaks, and that's huge. And seeing as torrenting can be like a really risky activity, it's essential to have a VPN that actually has your back by keeping all of your data private on any device. And the rest is preference and price, such as which interface you like better. Maybe NordVPN's map design to find servers is a little nicer than just searching through a list. Or maybe you like the way Express is so seamless in its UI and UX that's what you want. Surfshark is its own flavor too, as you can see. So really it all depends on how you like your program to look and behave. The price is relatively inexpensive across the board, with Express being the most expensive at $4.99 per month on the 2-year plan, down to Surfshark being the cheapest at $2.09 per month on their 2-year plan. Either way, I have discount codes for you though through some links in the description too, so you can take advantage of those. That's pretty much all for today, but I just want to say that people with bad intentions have sophisticated ways of getting a hold of your info. So to fight tech with tech, A VPN, such as one of these, is the best way to protect yourself out there. And if you want, you can try them out for 30 days and then get your money back if they aren't adding value to your life. But if you torrent often, you're gonna wanna stay private. If you have any questions about torrenting or these VPNs in particular, or have anything to add by way of tips or suggestions, I love hearing it all. So feel free to leave your comments below. I also go over each one of these VPNs in detail so you can know what you're getting into. So I'll leave those links down below too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.